When I still played video games, around 3 years ago, I hated school because it took so much free time from me. Then finally, when the holidays came around, I thought I'd finally have time for myself. And I actually did. But I spent the whole time playing Fortnite, watching YouTube. This went on for 2 weeks or for the remainder of the holidays. We didn't do much with our family. Therefore, the time ran so quickly. Like, I'd wake up in the morning, play video games the whole day, and go back to bed without having achieved anything. But then when the holidays ended, I'd kind of feel anxious because I'd noticed all of this time I basically had done nothing. I feel so unfulfilled even though I did the thing I liked so much the whole time. I go back into school in the morning. We assemble in class, make a little circle with our chairs and talk about our holidays. I had to lie every time I sat in there because I was a loser which couldn't get himself out of the house, still playing Fortnite. And I know you can relate to that rage, to the disappointment in yourself that you have when you've used all of your time on social media. When you've been scrolling for almost 2 hours and you want to stop but can't for some reason. Like, screen time is our enemy here. And the even bigger enemy are the nerds, the little fat guys which work at the Silicon Valley, or the people who just design video games and apps in general to keep us hooked. Everybody has this problem. And this is one of the most serious problems of our time, especially as young guys which want to improve in life. And they always want to pick us away from the things we could succeed in, just so they can take more money from us, from the ad revenue, from whatever. It's so fucking disgusting, honestly, right? They are basically taking your lifetime away from you, from the screen time. And your life is getting so much worse just by looking at all of these videos on your YouTube Shorts, on your TikTok, on your Instagram. Like, they are infiltrating your minds. Not only the nerds, but also the entertainers, which want the little clicks. They have no meaning. You look at all of these things, like at brain rot, your attention span gets shorter. Some woman does her OnlyFans promotion. You sexualize your brain. There's thoughts from somebody which you don't even share the morals with. But he makes his point kind of entertaining, so you get this immoral point into your head. Is that what you want? Like, you are basically poisoning yourself just by having screen time. And now that you know this, you'd be stupid to let all of these thoughts, which are not your own, into your head. And I really hope that you're not stupid. I know you're not stupid. But still, you found this video, which means that you've spent some time on YouTube. Like, let's be realistic, you don't come onto YouTube just to find me. I'm not the guy you are looking for. You're looking for entertainment as well. Because YouTube, just as every other social media, is so entertainment heavy. When do we only use messengers to communicate? We say, yeah, phones are for communication. Bitch, I bet most, like 70% of your screen time is actually not even relevant. Imagine the average guy. Like, we say he has 4 hours of screen time, which is way under the average, probably. Could you respect that guy? Like, you'd follow him around for 24 hours, 9 of which he sleeps, 4 of which he scrolls on his phone. He can't even remember what he watched yesterday. He is shitting while he is watching the YouTube Shorts. He is shitting while he is looking at pretty women. Can you see what's wrong here? Now, let's compare this guy, the average guy, which we feel disgusted by because he's basically subhuman. Let's compare him to the guy which uses his time to go out, which uses his time of the 4 hours to be adventurous, to climb into trees, just sitting on a bench in the sun. This guy is so much healthier. He resembles way more of what we want to be, right? You don't want to be the average guy looking at his phone. You don't even like your phone. Like you feel burdened by it because everybody has a phone and you kind of have it in your pocket all the time because, well, everybody has, right? But you don't even like that it's there, that it's distracting you, that there's the thoughts interrupting your work of somebody texting you, that there's the thought of, oh, I can play video games after I finish this work. You don't like the technology which has been ingrained into your life. Like, you could do so many great adventures. Even the time you just go into the sun and do nothing is better than scrolling. And like once, I'm trying to get you disgusted of the screen time here. So you see how bad it actually is. So you don't want to spend any time on there. It's so impure. Now you can reclaim your purity of being a great person, of being the Chad in the life, just by going out. Like, you can live adventures. Just climbing into a tree is something that 1% of people won't even do. Not even 1% would go out, climb up a tree and enjoy the view. Just imagine who you could be if you dropped the whole screen time. If you really just came on to YouTube, having all of the blockers installed, which block your thumbnails, which block the homepage of YouTube, just so you can search up Friedrich, for example, to watch more educational videos which bring you ahead in life. Imagine that you had 1 hour or 2 hours of screen time. Imagine that you had 1 hour of screen time a day. And that screen time would actually be educational or wholesome because you were sending a dog video you made of your dog to your family. Or because you were giving your girl compliments. Or because you were planning a date with the girl you like. If you compare this to the disgusting usage of screen time, like scrolling, being mindlessly, losing your soul to the algorithm. And then the other one, which is wholesome, which builds your life, which gives you education you would need to thrive in life. If you compare these two, like automatically you'd go for the 1 hour. But because there's all of these hooks keeping you attached to your screen time, it's not easy quitting. Like, people have analyzed what color you're most likely to click on if they give it to you as a notification. Which is fucked, right? They go so in depth to be the thief of your time. Screen time is the thief of your time and even your memories because you do so much less stuff in life. You go out on less adventures. Like, in the last 2 months, on how many adventurous things that you would call adventures have you actually gone out to? Probably not even 2, because screen time has been taking that from you, taking off these memories. What's the fix? Like, the most obvious one is to delete what you really don't need. Like, the essentials are maybe WhatsApp. Healthy people will only use WhatsApp from time to time to text their relatives, their girls. The most healthy people don't even have the extra apps installed on their phones. They don't have Instagram, they don't have TikTok, not even YouTube as an app. And I beg you to do the same if you don't want to end up as a loser that keeps getting back clenched in. You might think you have the discipline, and I might actually believe you in that. But the nerds hold so much power, even though you could knock them out with a right hook. Like, they are somewhat deciding what you are using your screen time on without you even knowing. Like, we've got 24 hours in a day. There's many going away for sleep. There's some going away for shitting and eating. But then there's like, okay, school, fair. But you still have around 6 hours left. Maybe less if your school days are long. But this time you can use for greatness. You can build yourself as a person, going full self improvement modes, meditating in the sun, learning a new instrument, a new language. You could educate yourself on the things you want to get better in through books, through videos like this one. And with that, your life will become so much more amazing. Now, there's people who are oblivious to the screen time, who just dig down into their misery even more because they ignore the problem of screen time. And then there's people like you, which want to change, which also hated technology. And there's millions of you. There's millions who don't want to use their phones all the time, who don't want to get weakened by their phones. These people are your brothers. The first fix I've taught you is to reduce your screen time by doing amazing stuff like going out on the adventures that you really want to do or learning about the things you want to, which you are passionate about. Then the second fix, which is somewhat of the middle way, but there's also the risk that it pulls you back in. Like you can add friction to your technical devices, which means you can deactivate your phone, for example. You can leave it on zero battery, as a friend told me. There's many ways to add friction to the activities that you will do. So, on your phone right now, you could also just reduce the. You could go onto colorblind mode, which takes up all the colors. And you can watch a tutorial on how to do that. After you've done it, you will see how lifeless your phone now actually is. Before, all of these colors were rescuing it. Now it's just this slab with all of these gray and black tones which don't appeal to you anymore. Like your dopamine gets blocked a little, but it's actually crazy how much impact the colors of things have. The third fix that I've given to you the whole time by ranting is the disgust that comes from looking at yourself on the toilet, watching a video with your back arched to the front like this. Like, get up, man. Seriously. So, you don't want to look down all the time, look lifeless. Look at the slab of technology which you are enslaved to. Instead, go out to cafes, read a book, journal a bit while drinking your cappuccino. That's way better usage of your time, which will actually stick around. But I have to warn you, even then, if you do these nice, wholesome things, you go out and experience the wholesomeness of the world because you see all these fathers with their children and the nice couples which look so happy together. You can see dogs, you can pet some dogs. Even then, there will be these 1%ers, the little losers, which will laugh at you for doing the good habits that make you healthier and a happier person. But even if they laugh at you for being shirtless in the sun, these people are much unhealthier than you, so their opinion doesn't even matter. Everything the 90% do is wrong. And you're the 10% right now, which is trying to get up to a great life, not having all of these distractions, not destroying their eyes by getting the blue light into their eyes. And I'm proud of you for doing that. So if this video has given you any value, subscribe to this channel, and most importantly, share this video to your brothers, to your friends, which you want to reduce screen time. In the description, if you just scroll down for a moment, I've got a 30-minute free call for us too. We will talk about how you can quit your bad habits for like screen time, for example, and how to build an amazing life that I want you to have and that you want to have as well. So if you're interested, there's no hooks attached. Click the link in the description. You'll get sent to a Calendly where we can make a little call for ourselves. With that being said, get up and get to work.